Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here, and I for one have been extremely curious as to how the new apartments are actually going to work in the brand new expansion pack, which is of course The Sims 4 for rent. And yesterday the Sims team actually uploaded another new trailer. This is the gameplay trailer that definitely tends to go into more detail into how things work, what is actually included within the pack. So of course today we are going to check it out together and go through it all very much in detail, because I'm imagining there's a lot of UI details. Sorry, I just noticed that there was a spider in my room. Fun. Where have you been hiding? You are massive. Hopefully I fully understand what is going on. Love how they've thrown a Monstera in the marble jar. That's just great for me, isn't it?
I made this video to pass on the lessons I've learned as your humble property owner over all these years.
Oh, so he's
And
like
so
passing
that
it on a
child
generation. That's
won't mess
cute.
it all up. I may be retired, but I still know things you don't. As property owner, there's much to consider. Since you're still living here, you'll no longer pay rent. So,
Our home,
adding few units to rent
Auntie's
out to new
home,
tenants will offer additional income.
shared
and help
areas.
maintain your building. The better you make the units, the better the rating will be. Oh, also, shared spaces for tenants to get to know each other.
Woohoo!
Okay,
Communal
very
areas.
important. To manage your residential rental lot, you will use this handy tool. Set parameters for
Okay,
each of
so the
rental units,
sale
the tenant
sign
rules,
has
let of
gameplay
lease,
tied to it.
and rental rate. I'm sure you want to change on this rent as well.
She's like, come on! Okay, they say
Now,
it's a zero
you're
for her.
ready to fill your
She gets her
vacancies.
own space, but she doesn't
Tenant
have to pay
applications
for it.
Show all the details of the
That's
unit
nice.
you are renting. The higher the unit rating, the more renters you'll attract. You can also view their
Aww.
details to see if they are good fit too.
It tells you all
This
the age
reduces
groups
the level
included.
of work tenants may make for you. Relax, it's just a joke. Oh, I
They're
wish I
just
could
burning
show
up the
faces.
whole.
Okay.
To be fair, fires
Now
aren't
you
that
have
damaging in The
tenants,
Sims
and
4.
collecting rent, everything's
Way
good.
worse in The Sims
Until
3.
it's not. If someone
New
is
dishwasher?
late on rent, you can post a rent demand. You can even take their stuff.
So
And
you're kind
sometimes,
of the
because
repo
of
man?
unpaid bills or breaking rental rules, you'll face the hardest responsibility of property owner: eviction. You may have an opportunity to help someone who just needed a second chance.
Yeah, he got his
Now,
place
friends,
back.
please
Legend.
listen. Dramatic and unexpected situation. both
Cockroaches.
tenants and property
I am
owner
excited
will
to have
deal
cockroaches
with.
back.
Just listen to your
Exterminators?
needs and your tenants' needs.
They really said have
Be more
everything
than a
bar
community
burglars.
builder. Bring people together through social events, share a meal, and above all else, enjoy the road ahead.
Thanks, Legend.
How do you
That
think
was
this-
very, very helpful indeed. Now we are going to
by
go
18th
over
of
it
January.
ourselves. The fact that they keep giving us screenshots as photos in trailers, and I know it's just trailer magic. To be fair, those could actually be proper photos. But I just want to have screenshots be applicable as photos. It would genuinely make my life as a simmer so much easier. The marbles, very excited for it. I did say I was a nerd about marbles. I feel like we're getting extra clips of the world that we haven't really seen so far. So the fact that this is the beach area, it looks so stunning. So right now, this is Auntie's house over here, which is outlined in the pink, and you can obviously configure it all through a UI, which I kind of expected that was the case. Create a unit. So that is a third unit. I'm assuming they probably live on the top level. So that is a shared area, and then this is a fourth unit within the home. You have unit dimensions, which obviously just counts the tiles and stuff. You can apply how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms it is, but obviously as you add more stuff and you decorate it, the value does increase, just like any home within the Sims 4. Then they move on to number 4, and that is all fixed up to be 10,000. That one's a little bit smaller. That was only 31 tiles in comparison to the 50. This is a shared area. So So obviously you can have communal areas, you can have communal laundry, games rooms, lounges, which obviously is why they kind of wanted to show this off with like Discover University and stuff. I feel like it is very much like halls of residence and university housing. Obviously that is not the only thing that it could be used for, but I'm so glad that you can have communal areas. I do wonder how it works with like the gardens and stuff. I wonder if you can like set specific gardens to like specific places if they have a fence and a gate, or if like all of the gardens are just communal, because we've obviously only really seen it working inside. So this is actually to manage your residential lot. You can use, it looks like, this little for sale sign, and then you have the tenancy agreement rent per day. So you can set it to 117 max rent. I'm going to assume that that actually increases with how much the actual unit costs in total. I do like that there is a maximum point though. It's like you can take advantage to a point, but you can't push the boat. Lease length is interesting. I'm wondering if this maybe is per unit or if this is set just for like the whole building, because obviously if you do have a family member living with you, then you kind of want like your lease to be forever. Like you don't actually want to set like a limit on that. But this is also very helpful for those of us who want to create hotels and use this in a way. So you could set the lease length to like 7 Sims days, or you could even set it to like 1 night. I'm interested to see what happens when the lease length ends. Do people just decide to move out like automatically? You obviously have a unit rating. It goes up to 5 stars. I'm just assuming if you keep on top of stuff, if you are actually a good property owner, you fix things and you keep tenants happy, then your rating will go up. It tells you the size, it tells you what their amenities are like, the environment is like, and also what the maintenance is like. Ooh, unit rules, no social events. Oh my god, so if you throw like parties, then I'm assuming there'll be like consequences for these rules. No loud noises. Honestly, I wish I could implement that on my own street. Maximum occupancy, no trash overload, and no ghosts. Interesting. And then there is the option to unjustly evict and also travel to unit. This makes me think that there's gonna be loading screens between like unit to unit. Just seeing that like little car symbol and travel just always paints that picture in my mind. But obviously we will have to wait and see if that is the case, because they weren't really gonna talk about that. They actually turn those on, and then if you break that rule, you get fined 250. I wonder if you can change these values or if that's just the way that they are. And then they've set the rent to 65 and the lease length as 7 days. I guess they can renew if they want to, if you are living in it. I'm assuming you can see your like applications either on computers or maybe even like through that sign itself or like through your phones. Okay, so the rent cap actually does also increase depending on how many Sims are living in it. So it doesn't just go off the unit, it goes off like actually the family within it. I have heard many Simmers, myself included, say we want more difficulty in The Sims 4, and I feel like this really could have it. And also you don't have to obviously go to that full cap if you don't want to. Like that is completely optional to you as a storyteller. I'm also maybe assuming that the cap goes off like what career you are in, which seems really detailed because these are both young adults. They're both wanting a 1-bedroom, but their rent caps are different. Sims team. Okay, I see you with the details. I love this hair. This actually looks just like a better base game hair, but I'm kind of here for it. I also love the facial hair and the glasses. Honestly, the creator sim, I have no bad things to say. I have never seen a fire in The Sims 4 look that bad. That is not a joke though. That is definitely gonna happen. Like there are gonna be fires. I'm so excited to have electric kettles. This looks super similar to the dishwasher that we actually just got in Home Chef Hustle, where it's kind of like a little bit smaller footprint. So this Sims rent is past due, so you can demand the rent back off them. This is confusing to me a little bit, because didn't the repo man come with like eco lifestyle? But now you get to be like actively a repo man to your tenants. The repo person that came with eco lifestyle actually appears if you don't pay your bills. A few days later, you'll get a notification and they'll come over and take some of your stuff to make up for those bills. So that's kind of just giving you the power to do that as the property owner. So with the eviction process, I don't know if maybe it gives them like a certain period of days to maybe usually give them a second chance. So I'm assuming maybe you get till the end of your tenancy, so maybe the end of the 7 days. This is obviously the tenants revolt. If you have a really bad rating system, I assume that's when they actually start to revolt against you, which good for you, babes. I am fully supporting this. You do deserve better and you should demand better. And then this is showing a ghost. I don't really see this being much different from like ghosts haunting places that they can do now anyway. I'm assuming they have to be part of like the tenant's family. I'm not sure though. This is kind of showing it from the property manager side rather than the tenant. So I am still obviously very, very intrigued to see how like just living in a place without actually running it works. There is the exterminator. So I'm assuming if you do have cockroaches, you can call them and be like, hey, I really need you to come and exterminate. The toddler is playing with the squat toilet, which toddlers can play with toilets anyway, so that's not like a major difference. Love those dance animations. Obviously, loads of new recipes are gonna come. Definitely Southeast Asian inspired recipes, which I'm very excited for. This is the slow cooker slash rice cooker, a new mini fridge. And then there are actually different events, which I'm fairly sure you can throw like pool parties. I feel like I remember seeing that in a blog, and then obviously there's like lantern release is probably going to be its own special event. I do feel as if they kind of got the UI down on this one. I don't know. That's personally the way that I feel. I think having the option to set different like lease lengths is gonna offer so much customizability and also different scenarios for this to be used. The communal areas also open that back up, like a retirement home, university housing, hotels, motels, holiday inn. I'm going to assume that mailboxes also have like a UI system, so you can kind of just apply it or like assign it to different apartments, kind of like how you can do with beds. I am still definitely intrigued as to how it looks from the tenant side rather than just the property owner side. I feel like this trailer only actually went into the property owner side, but I get that it was only like 3 minutes and there's only so much that you can show, and they definitely wanted to show in depth how like the actual unit setting and stuff works, so obviously that is going to be the property manager side, but then you can live in them without having an active property manager, can't you? So I feel like they could have showed it from both, but definitely let me know how you feel about this. Everything that we saw, I think it's pretty like clear cut. I think it's pretty easy to understand, so I for one am excited to get into my game and actually explore it and give you lot all the details on it. Of course, if there is anything specific that you want to know, please do not hesitate to let me know down in the comments, and hopefully if early access is happening this time around, I can definitely check it out for you all, give you all of the answers that you desire. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope this video was helpful, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now.